Good morning, everyone. So today is March 5th, 2025. It's currently 8:28 a.m. with about a minute and 20 seconds before market opens. So here I am on the daily chart just to get an overall view, of what's going on in the market for QQQ to be exact. I only trade QQQ. QQQ is very fast moving and I love the pace. And so here I am. So I'm on the daily chart. I've already marked off my, support and resistance areas and key, areas that price has, been coming back to and garnering a reaction, from traders. So as you see, the long black lines, those are my main support and resistance areas that I've noticed that price loves to come back to and kind of create a reaction at. So here's a few lines. This right here, I wanted to see if, when I come back on the charts, I wanted to see if price actually, was able to come down to this area. And it almost, got there yesterday. But, it was off by, let's say 488 to 484. So I mean, this is on the daily chart. It still could come down here. So this is the next key level that I'm looking for and paying attention to. So the next level down from there would be 476. So I can go ahead and draw that on, just so I can already have it on the chart. All right, so I don't have to, think about it when I'm on the lower time frames. I can already have it. Okay, so I'm gonna make that little bitty. Well, that's is that the same? I don't know. Let's do, yeah, I'll just keep it at that. There's more rounded edges on the dashes. These are more straight edges on the dashes. So I'm just going to keep that there. And the rest of these are already locked in. So if you do your main support and resistance areas or your key levels, make sure you're locking the bar in place, because many times I've erased those accidentally and or I moved them accidentally. And I didn't really want to take the time to put them back where they were. So currently, this was the previous resistance area. It was able to break through, do a retest, and then continue on upwards. And then it came back down, almost to the same area, bounced back up. It created a resistance area up here at the 538 mark, and then bounced back down to our 495 area. So QQQ is loving 495 to 538 right now. Wow, that is a big jump. Okay, if you're catching these moves back to the downside, you're doing great things. Okay, so that's the daily chart. Let me look at the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we're still in a complete downtrend. All the EMAs are aligned to the downside. We have the 5 underneath, we have the 13 sitting on there, we have the 48 sitting above that, and we have the 200 sitting above all three. Okay, perfect alignment for a downtrend. All right, I do EMA trading, and those are the 4 EMAs that I use, and that has really helped me on every single time frame. Like if I can find the setup on, the upper time frame, more than likely I can find it, on the smaller time frames as well. So currently, I like to kind of gauge on the 5-minute chart, but make my entry on the 1-minute chart. And I did that yesterday, and it worked out perfectly. So hey, I think, I know that, I got this down. Okay. So currently I did draw this trend line right here. I think I should make that into dashes because it just makes it a little bit easier to see. So here's the kind of the pattern that QQQ has established on the 4-hour chart. It comes up, it comes up, it drops down. It comes up, it drops down. It's hitting that trend line perfectly. It comes up, it drops down. Now, these what this is probably going to do, eventually, either it's going to keep stalling right here at this 495 area and eventually do a reversal back to the other side, or it's gonna drop down to here. Gonna drop down to here, do a bounce back up to the trend line, and do bounce back down to the 476 area that I was talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and correct my trend line right here, so I'll know what to expect in the future. Go ahead and lock that in place. So yeah, on the 4-hour chart, it came up, retested, and now it's currently coming down. Oh, I'm late, y'all. What the heck am I doing? It's 9:33. Okay. All right, so on the 5-minute chart, all the EMAs are aligned. We're currently sitting at this, area right here of support, which is my main level of support. Looking at the 1-minute chart, everything is properly aligned. Do I want to go ahead and trade this? I think that I do. So let me gauge this. So I think I do want to jump into here to the downside, but what I really need to see is it kind of break past this area right here. So it's not actually ready currently, so I'm not going to jump into anything, but I will go ahead and look at the contracts that are available on QQQ just to see where we're taking this to. Let me go back to the 1 hour chart. Oh, did I skip over? I skipped over the 1 hour chart, didn't I? I think I did. But anyhow, all the EMAs are lined. We bounced down yesterday. We bounced back up to the previous level where this red is. Hit back up there, tried to go up, created a lower high. This is the high, this is the lower high. Did the cross down. Now the crosses on the 1 hour chart, those do tend to be powerful to the downside if they can continue. So we got the cross on the 1 hour chart. We have the cross on the 15-minute chart. We have a cross to the downside on the 30-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart, we got the cross down up here. I feel like this key level right here, I need to pay attention to it and see where this wants to go. Does it want to stay here and consolidate, or does it want to push back up to the upside and retest this area right here? So just got to pay attention. All right, so let's go to the 1 minute chart, and you see where, you know, if I were actually, you know, had jumped into this trade, I would have jumped in here about right here where I missed it because, you know, I was, you know, talking and trying to explain the charts. I would have jumped in up here, but currently, you know, price is attempting to push back up, so I would have definitely gotten out right here, not gonna lie, which would have been a great thing, because normally when on the 1 minute chart, when that candle is trying to kick up like that, you know, sometimes it just wants to shoot back up to the other side. But you do have to wait for the candles to close to really interpret which direction it really wants to go. So don't just go in the moment when you see the candle up and down, up and down, up and down. You can't make choices, you know, in the moment like that. You need to have the candles closed and lock in that information and use it, you know, to your, you know, your favor, okay? So let's see what we got going on here. Let me go to the 5 minute chart. We are still currently hitting to the downside. So let's see where this wants to go. Okay. Now this move, you know, it happened up here at market open. I should have been in here already, but I'm not. So I'm looking at the 479 put. It's currently 88 cents, and I'm jumping in. Okay, let's go. We're on the 1 minute chart. I got in for 92 cents, currently up $4. Let me go ahead and pull up the other screen for you all and see where this takes me. Alright, so I'm currently in this trade and just got to see if this is going to continue breaking down. Let me fix my screen right quick. 1 second. Alright, so here I go. Currently up, I was up $15. So let's see what this wants to do. We did break past that, you know, key level that I have drawn right there. So let's see where this wants to go. I'm trying to fix my screen so I can see the contracts that I have up here. All right, getting a breakdown. This is on the 1 minute chart, and if I see some, you know, hesitation, you know, and it pops back up to that, you know, 5 EMA, I will, without, you know, hesitation, jump out of the trade. Let's see the 5 minute chart. All right, back $2. Look at the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart does have that crossover, so that's kind of the thing that would keep me in this trade, because I know that that 513 crossover on the 1 hour chart can be very, very powerful, you know, once it can get in that momentum of breaking down. That's just what I've seen from studying the charts. So that's what I'm going to go off of today. Okay. See if we can break past this area right here. All right, this is, kind of doing something I don't like right now. So I may need to jump on out of this before I lose a lot of money. I don't know, let me see. 5-minute chart, I'm still under. That key level right there is what is, let me see. All right, so yeah, this wanted to push back up. Looks like I'm getting that. Well, hopefully, if this doesn't cross, I'll stay in the trade. But if it does, I'm gonna have to abandon ship here, because that's looking like it wants to break up to the other side. It hasn't officially crossed yet, but it is. So let me go ahead and get out of here. So today was a not a good trade day for me already, right off the bat. Or what I've done is got stuck in consolidation. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to abandon ship here. Today was a loser for me. I haven't even sold it yet, but I already know. It's kind of not looking too great, but definitely if it hits back up here and breaks on out, I have to get out of here. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell this because my exit strategy tells me, hey, get out of the trade if I get a cross back up of the 5 and 13 on the 1-minute chart. And, that's what my strategy says. So, I kind of got stuck in a consolidation area. How do I stop doing that? I don't know. But when I look at it overall, everything is, in a downtrend. Everything is in a downtrend. Is that 513 cross not official, effective today? But from what I've always seen, that 5 and 13 cross always tags down, lower and lower and lower, if I just give it time to break down. That's the only thing that's holding me in this trade. On the lower time frames, I really want to get out, but I know that there tends to be something to this 5 and 13 crossover on the 1-hour chart. Okay. And also with the 513 crossover on the 1-hour chart, what it does, it tends to cross over and then it'll do a pop back to the upside, and then it'll just plummet on, continue plummeting down to the downside. So That's kind of another reason I didn't want to go ahead and sell, even though I'm down $22 right now. I'm trying to gauge this, technicals that I'm aware of and use that to my advantage. Let's look at the 1 minute. Let's see. Let me just, try to see what this wants to do. I wanna trust that 513 crossover. I do. I wanna trust it. If it doesn't work out today, then I would definitely need to reassess that 513 crossover on the 1 hour chart. That's the only thing that's keeping me in this trade. That's the only thing that's making me not feel, too anxious about holding on to it. I mean, prices already kicked back up here. It came down, it kicked back up, it came down, got that crossover, did stay under the 48 on the 1 hour chart. Wish I had more money to buy another one. I never have enough money to buy another one. But so that's why I have to work with what I have. Let's see if this 513 crossover is, gonna hold true today. All right, let's see. It's kind of breaking down here. Now, if it can break down, I would guess that it would probably retest this area and would have to break down past it and probably go to this area or even lower. Maybe hit, this zone right here. So we're talking about, let's see, how much of a breakdown here. If this were to break down with that 513 cross, we're looking at a break from 495 down to 485 area. If it can continue in the downward direction. And I'm looking at the 5 minute. Still got some, some support right here. So I would love for it to break down from that area right there. And the 4 hour chart, that is the support area as well. So you would have to, if it continues in a pattern that it's in, it should break down. Just looking at the pattern that it's creating on the 4 hour chart, it should continue, going to the downside. Swaggy C, it said it's all about the pattern. If it's following the pattern, let it do what it's going to do. Follow the pattern. Once it breaks the pattern, then you have to kind of re-establish, how you're going to go about the trade. But overall, I'm seeing this pattern, I'm seeing that it should, break to the downside. Someone asked me, how did I learn to trade? And there are a lot of various people that, I followed like 2 years ago. I absorbed their information. I listened to, their teachings. And then I ventured off and isolated myself for an entire year to figure out, what I was doing wrong. And ultimately, everything that I learned from everyone else, it does come into play when I'm on these charts. Like, I can take information that I learned from Swaggy C and apply it to reading the 4-hour and the 1-hour chart, and dropping down to the lower time frames, trying to figure out which direction, market is going. I can look at the patterns, and that's a big thing that he teaches, looking at the patterns and understanding what's going on with the patterns. As long as the patterns are staying stable, then, you have a better chance of, I guess, winning the trade. So yeah, Swaggy C, Kingdom Grace. I did start off with Chris Sane. He was one of the first people I came across. And then Charlene FX, I really like her channel. And Day Trading Addict, he was one who inspired me to keep trading with all the inspiration, motivational, videos he does on his channel. Because there were plenty of times when I just wanted to be like, hey, I suck at trading. I don't think I can do this. And I was like, are these people really making money? Excuse me. I'm thinking to myself, are these people really making money, or are they, just teaching me the information and trying to make me believe that they're making money? But yes, it is possible. I made plenty of money, trading. I made plenty of money on the charts, and yeah, it's real. It's real. For those of you who don't believe it's real, it's real. You just have to apply everything that you've learned. And my piece of advice to you all is stop watching so many people trying to learn how they're trading and what they're doing and what's making them profitable. Because at the end of the day, being a trader is an individual journey. You really have to, you learn from other people. You take in the information that they teach, but ultimately, you've got to apply that information. And without applying that information, it's just not gonna, work out the way you're expecting it to. And that can make you a non-believer, when it comes to trading as well. So, alright, so this is kind of stuck at the 495 area. Keeps bouncing and going back up and coming down. Like I said, from what I've seen, that 513 crossover should, make this break down. But you have to give it some time. So it's not going to just happen immediately. If it doesn't push back up, you have to give it a little bit of time to really play out. And that's just what trading is. Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it takes forever. Sometimes it is what it is, Now, if this doesn't break down ultimately from the 513 crossover, I would think that it would possibly be trying to do a reversal in the next week or so. But if it can continue, and it doesn't, establish a higher low, because this right here is the low that it got to. If it can't establish a higher low over here, then I think that it'll continue breaking down. But if it does and it bounces back up here, that will be the sign that, hey, this is trying to, do a complete reversal from the norm. And that's what I'm trying to gauge here. That's the sweet spot right there. 495 is the sweet spot. It is, that is the sweet spot that I needed to break down from. Just let it rip. I'm sorry if my videos tend to be, really long, but this is the reality of trading. Things don't happen as quickly as people would think that they do. Trading, sometimes it can take you 10 minutes, sometimes it can take you an hour, sometimes it can take you 3 hours, 4 hours, sometimes it can take you the entire day. It's all about what's happening on the chart, and you have to just be willing to let it play out and really, really see what's going on here. So if this can go ahead and chop down right here, I may make about $50 today. Well, let's see what this wants to do. Can this 513 cross hold and keep breaking down? So I know a lot of people teach, hey, look at one time frame, trade from one time frame. I tried that. It didn't work for me. I have to look at all time frames and really understand if something's doing something on the 4-hour chart, then you have to be able to drop down to the 1-hour chart and understand, you know, the information that's on the 1-hour chart. If something happened on the 1-hour chart, you have to be able to drop down and understand what's going on in lower levels and understand why things are doing what they're doing. So eventually that led me to the 5-minute chart, then the 1-minute chart. I used to be so terrified of the 1-minute chart, but now I'm not. It's just, you know, provides me with information basically. And, you know, I use it to my advantage. I put it all together. I try to decipher it and understand the overall direction when it comes to, you know, all the different time frames on the chart. And sometimes, you know, what's on the 4-hour chart will make me be able to see what's going on the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart helps me understand what's going on the 30, 15, 5-minute chart, and ultimately the 1-minute chart. But ultimately the 5-minute chart, you know, I gauge the information on the upper levels, drop down to the 5-minute chart, and then the 5-minute chart leads me to the 1-minute chart. And the 1-minute chart is the one thing that I used to be like, yeah, you know, trading on the 1-minute chart, that is not for me. You know, I always kind of taught against it, and I'm like, that's too fast. I don't understand what's going on there. But over time, I've been able to gauge and understand it. So currently on the 1-hour chart, it does look like that 513 crossover I was talking about is, you know, being effective. So hopefully it'll keep going and breaking, and you know, I'll see what it does and lock in my profits. Currently up $19. Let me go to the 1-minute chart and see what's going on here. All right, so I love the 1-minute chart now. I used to be terrified of the 1-minute chart. I absolutely love it now because there's so much information in this 1-minute chart. Let's look at the 5-minute too to really gauge this overall. Okay, so I like looking at the 5-minute and the 1-minute, but the 1-minute is where it's at for me. Let me go back to the 1-hour. And we're not really in the breakdown just yet, because like I said, this is in kind of in between trying to maybe continue to break down, or it's in between trying to reverse. So just trying to gauge what is exactly going on here. So we can see where, you know, it popped up, kind of retested this high over here, bounced down, created a lower high, bounced down, and now trying to see if, you know, it's going to continue whatever it's doing. It's going to create another lower high and then just plummet. That would be nice. So we kind of broke down past this, you know, point right here. Maybe getting a retest of it, or well, attempting to get a retest. If it establishes a lower high, I do expect this to drop on down and bank profit. But I'm always, mindful and, ready to, sell it if need be. Okay, so I'm just gonna watch here and see what happens. Ooh, did y'all see that drop right there? Come on now, go on, drop. Now, what in the world? Did y'all see that? That thing dropped down so fast and then reverse. What is going on? I saw it. I know you all saw it. What in the world just happened? Is that the reversal that I was talking about? I mean, I don't really feel bad about this because um, did y'all just see what just happened? Did y'all see that? Like, this thing just did a colossal reversal here. Are you kidding me? This would be one of those moments where you do everything right and it still doesn't work out. That would kind of be one of those moments right now. You follow your strategy and, something happens that's beyond your control, behind the scenes. Okay, come on, break this on down because that wasn't right. This thing shot down. I was up like 32 or $30 and then it just bounced up in a split second. Come on now. Are y'all kidding me? What's going on here? And just that quickly, it goes back red. I mean, you can't be afraid of what can ultimately happen. You're either going to profit or you're going to lose your money. That's ultimately what happens here. That was like a massive jolt. Like, if anybody knows what happened there, let me know because I don't know what just happened. I was like, oh yeah, it's dropping. And in that split second of thinking that, it just popped back up. Was it making just a last minute attempt to kick back up to the upside? I don't know. I really don't know. Or maybe that was that 513 kickback that I was talking about that sometimes happen once the crossover happens. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it's still reaching to stay at that level of support right there. I understand it from that viewpoint. It makes sense to me from that viewpoint. But anything else, I'm like, what just happened? Is there something going on behind the scenes that I'm not aware of? Let me check Forex Factory. Okay, what's happening today? Wednesday, you got nothing really on the books. So, well, actually, at 9 o'clock, something did happen. So that's what that ping was that I saw. Exactly at 9 o'clock, it happened. And that was for ISM Services PMI, which came up to 53.5% and it's green. So that was that good news on the market. Factory orders as well. That was that jolt I saw. So I think, I don't, you know, from what I've seen, no matter what, is happening at Forex Factory, it may be something that we might see as unimportant, but at the end of the day, it still affects the market. Those spikes that I see sometimes, um, that is possibly what that's from. Just that, you know, influx of information at that particular time. Okay, so it's looking like I don't think my 513 cross is holding. If it's not holding, and this is probably going to reverse. Maybe it's going to reverse over the next week or so. But before it reverses, it has to break past, it has to get a leg to the upside. 5-minute chart, I'm looking like that 5-minute 513. It kind of wants to cross, but I'm seeing a big red candle here. I would love for that red candle to just plummet on down and continue to the downside for that 513 cross and not go back up to the upside. I will say that this area right here is probably what's keeping us, giving us some struggle right here to the upside. Okay, so I don't know, that 513 cross, I could have sworn that would, hold its own. Alright, so I just might have to say, hey, I lost my profits back from yesterday. Yeah, I should have gotten out a long time ago from what I'm seeing here. Yeah, let me get out of here. Let me get the heck out of here. That 513 cross, it didn't work out today on the, yeah, that just didn't work out. Let me go ahead and get out of here. This is definitely going a direction I did not think it was going to go. So this week I'm like making $50, losing $50, making $50. It's one of those kind of weeks for me. It's definitely one of those kind of weeks. Wow, that 513 cross on the 1 hour really disappointed. Well, nothing has like just officially pushed to the upside just yet. Still under the 48 EMA. So we got some sellers right here at this level area up here. We got buyers down below. So that's what I've been taught over the years. I don't know what's causing, you know. Obviously there's a level of resistance up here. And there's obviously a level of support down here in this area. So once again, I've gotten stuck in consolidation. So ultimately, I haven't made any money this week because Monday I lost 50, Tuesday I made 50, today, so that would mean that I'm down for the week. Whatever becomes of this trade. So still under the 200 EMA on the 1 minute chart. I'm willing to lose $50 in this trade. That's what I'm willing to lose. It's looking like it's gaining some strength though. I don't know. I really don't know how to gauge this. I'm just trying not to get scared and just go off into technicals. Take all my feelings about everything out of here and just wait and see what the technicals do. What could I have done differently? Well, nothing really. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, because it was in a downtrend. I got in for a down trade. Now, I will say this. What I could have done differently is at the start of this video, I said, okay, we got some support right here. You know, this is a key level. You know, I could have taken that information and been like, okay, I'm going to stay out of this trade until it breaks one way or the other. That's what I could have, you know, done differently in this trade. There's always something you could have done differently, but you have to be able to, you know, pinpoint exactly what that particular thing was. So that's what I could have done differently. Trading at, you know, key levels, you know, you really just have to watch and wait and see the ultimate direction of things. So that's what cost me today. If this doesn't, you know, crash down like I want it to from that 513 cross on the 1 hour chart. So I already know what I did wrong if this does not work out. And I accept that that's what I did wrong. I will not sulk over it. I will not be angry that, you know, I took the loss. I just won't. I've gotten past that stage in my trading career where I can just let go of the trade and assess what I did wrong and attempt to not do it the next time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type that right here on this video. what could I have done differently? What could I have done differently to prevent myself from being in this consolidation that I'm in. I was aware of the key level at market open, and I got into a trade and got into a trade because I saw the 513 cross down on the 1 minute chart, no, the 1 hour chart. I used past, incidences of that breakdown ability to trade to the downside. I am aware of the kickback that can happen when the 513 does a cross. That's the only reason I'm still in this trade. Plus, I see a resistance level hitting on the 5 minute chart. There's my son. Yay. One sec. I also see a level of support hitting at the 495 area. So that's why I say I should pay attention to key level areas and probably just avoid trading those areas until a direction is well established. I'm seeing breakdown right now. I can't say that it'll continue, but if it does, great for me. If it doesn't, then not great for me. I do see the 513 starting to try to cross on the 5 minute chart, so if that holds, then maybe that'll be the breakdown I needed. I did not sell this trade. I'm still in this trade. Okay, so avoid key level trading areas to see if the direction slash pattern wants to continue in the current direction. Okay, so that's my assessment. All right. All right, so here's my assessment of everything, and this is for for 3.5-2025 because I like to know when I come look at these videos where I need to go and study it. Okay, so we did get a cross down of the 5 and 13 on the 5 minute chart, but we're still running into this key level area right here. Let me look at the 1 hour chart. Okay, come on 513, break on down. Sometimes it's nice to just watch it on the 1 hour chart. Makes me less anxious. Makes me not like overly critique my trade as well. Okay, we're gonna get this breakdown here. That area right there is tough. Come on. I did want to sell a long time ago. But I'm trying to stop being afraid of, the kickback, and just assess the technicals and just take it from there. I feel like it wants to break down though. I know that 513 cross is powerful. Like that 513 cross happened up here the other day, and I was just, too antsy, and I jumped out my trade, and look at all that goodness that broke down. Like, yeah. And I always hate when I miss out on the good, money maker days. So we got something happening finally. Well, that's happened before, because I was up like, how much was that? I can't remember. See, my trades are all a blur to me, and that's why you have to write things down. Remember your strategies. That's why you have to let go of, losing trades, and don't let them cloud your, judgment on the charts. And don't, so you won't revenge trade and all that stuff. Okay. I mean, we can't make the market do what we want it to do. Of course, we'd like for it to, bust down and give us the money, but whatever the technicals are saying, whatever different zones are creating a struggle, that's a part of trading. Let's go to the Webull comments. Those tend to make me feel a little bit better when I've, gotten into a trade, and I'm trying to understand if anyone else is seeing what I'm seeing. So I'm on Webull. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so someone says no money. Someone said, told you. I don't know. Yeah, today was a lot for me, staying out for the rest of the day. Last hooray before the crash. Noon is the time. Okay. Got such a bad position. I'm still down, but hopefully the trend continues. Flash crash makes the stock market fun again. Sold my puts way too early. And someone said it had to do with random news pop. Okay, yes, there was random news pop on Forex Factory, which I just, said that a little bit earlier in my video. So this trade right here, I feel like it's like kind of beyond my control. And, I'm seeing the technicals align. It's still not doing what I expect it to do. And on those particular days, you really can't be mad at however it turns out. Someone said 480. Come on, I've been saying it yesterday. 480. Yes, 480 would be nice. I would make a lot of money if it hit 480. Someone said I'm rich, and then the commenter said you are rich if this hits 480. Okay, yeah, exactly. It says give us another 30% drop before you run up, so I can get a better entry if they plan to run you up. What I say to that is stop thinking the market makers are trying to jip you out of your money. Learn the technicals. Someone said, bruh, all these fake outs, man. Well, it's not really fake outs. It's you needing to be able to analyze what's really going on the charts from the technical aspect, and also from the news aspect. Someone said, I want to get out of my call. Someone said, sink it. Don't fall for the bull trap. We are going lower. I would hope so. Definitely hope so. Someone said 495.90 better hold. 495.90. Well, yeah, that is kind of, well, it didn't hold as of yet. But that was posted like 8 minutes ago. Okay. Someone said close my puts as a 30% loss. This looks like it could rip. Not taking my chances. 495 to 497 holds. We can see 500. Someone says bull trap. I say 5 and 13 EMAs on the 1 hour chart need to go ahead and play out and just break to the downside. But you know, that reversal I was talking about, this would be a key level for it to reverse. It was going to reverse right here, but I would hope that it can just keep on crashing down. We don't want a reversal just yet. You know, you've been breaking down all this time, QQQ. Keep on breaking down, okay? Just keep breaking down. We don't want a reversal right now. But if this establishes, you know, a higher low, you know, that will be possible. I'm not down too much, you know, like I was, so I can just quit stalling around this area. I do see myself making some money today. Let's go see the 5-minute chart. That 513 cross, that's like where the battle happens right there. That's like a, oh no, I want this to go up. Oh no, I want it to go down. It's like during that particular cross, I always see some resistance and some support, you know, all in one. It has to, I guess, fizzle out and figure out which direction it really wants to continue in. It's like, I don't know, the 513 cross is just something I've always noticed on the chart. Like, wait a minute, when I see this, big moves happen. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm trying to catch this big move from the 513 crossover on the 1 hour chart. That area is tough. It is tough. It's like, no, I want to break down. I don't want to break down. Got a lot of consolidation going on here. Okay. I just want this to fall out the bottom. Stop bouncing back up. There we go again. I really feel like it's all about that 513 cross today. I do feel like it's all about that today. Everything's aligned properly, and then you got that cross. I just think that's such a powerful, you know, move to be a part of. And I've many times in the past I've noticed it on the chart. I'll get in the trade and then I'll sell it because of the pop back up, and then lo and behold, it just plummets like crazy. And I'm like, man, I knew I should have stayed in that. If I had just given it a little more time, I knew if I had stayed in that, I would have made some money, right? All right, so we're at our 9:30 a.m. candle, and that I would love to see that one just continue to plummet. I want to see the red here. This has been a very long trade. It has been a very long trade. Come on, don't you get any footing right here. Now you know you need to do your job, 513. That wasn't a very good job, 513. Everything says it wants to go down, but I mean, we can't control what happens here. Looking at this on the 5-minute chart, I'm like telling myself this could go any direction. But when I look at the 1 hour chart, I'm like, yeah, this wants to break down. It wants to break down. The technicals say it wants to break down. Let me go back in time where we have a crossover happening, where everything is aligned. Crossover happened, everything aligned. Yeah, when you go back and you look at this, everything's aligned, it crosses over, it drops down, let's see, at least $5. Okay, we haven't had a breakdown of $5 just yet. Every crossover, when everything's aligned, it breaks down. That's what I'm going off of. Cross to the downside, it breaks to the downside. Okay, that's my assessment. But, that's my assessment, but it's doing other things. Like, this is a tough spot here. Look at that, I was up, I was down, I was up, I was down. I mean, it's only bouncing back up $1. It's not like it's really just taking off when you really look at the technicals and the price points. $4.95 is tough. $4.95 is tough. Price just wants to go back to that $4.95. They said, no, we don't want to go to $4.90. I want you to go to $4.90, so hurry up. I got things to do with my day. I only got to walk a mile this morning because other things came up, and so now I have to, once I get off these charts, go walk another mile and do my weightlifting workout, and then I got other appointments to get to today. So I need this day to be a winner for me. I need to be in a good mood for the rest of the day. Well, I'll still be in a good mood, but it sucks to lose. But that's a part of trading. Do not shoot back up. Can the technicals just align with the price? Can the technicals just do what I've seen it do many times in the past? Here we go again. Okay, I'm like getting kind of bored here. I'm getting kind of bored. I want this is. Come on and break down. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Let's look at this 1 minute chart again. We bounce back down here again. Okay, we're still under the 48 EMA. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 495 is still pretty tough. $497.50 and $495 are those levels that are holding. This is where it is. I think while I'm waiting on this to go either direction, I'm going to pause this and do my next walking video right here and just watch the charts, and I'll come back on if I make a decision on whether or not I'm gonna abandon ship or just stay in, or if I'm in profit, you know. I'll see. I'll be back in a bit. I think I found something on the 1 hour chart that might explain what's going on today. So as you can see right here, going back to like August. Okay, what happened here is we were, you know, kind of downtrending or what have you, and then it broke down, it went up, it created this low, it went up, you know, it stalled here, and then it did a cross right here, but it stayed stuck at this level right here. So what I'm seeing is that could possibly be a sign, a reversal back to the upside. Okay, so a reversal will consist of hitting a low, bouncing back up, getting some crossovers, doing a pullback to the same, you know, previous level, you know, and just popping back up and eventually coming back down on the 1 hour chart, and eventually just, you know, busting through the roof. So this is a sign of a reversal right here. I'm gonna box this in, and I'm gonna put that as something that I normally, a color that I normally don't really do. Let's do like this color. We can say, hey, it's becoming one with the chart or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna lock that in. So I'm gonna go back to today. I'm gonna show you where that's possibly happening at, you know, on the charts currently. Okay, so if we look at this 1 hour chart, came down, created a low, it bounced back up, got a cross back up to the upside, and it's doing a pullback. So I'm thinking this is really a sign of a reversal, and I think I probably need to get out the trade. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell this, and if my, you know, analysis is right, then in the long run I'm gonna save money and not lose, you know, more than I have already, because I'm seeing this, you know, Even though we got that cross, I think that the cross may be a little inhibited by the fact that we could be in the midst of a reversal. So that's what I think that's what I'm seeing. I've never really been in a complete reversal, so I really don't know what it looks like. Like, I can come back to the charts and actually see it on the charts, but to be, you know, in a particular trade and seeing it play out, this is the first time I've ever done that. So just based it, you know, going off past behavior of the chart and seeing what's currently going on right now, it kind of makes me think that a reversal may be at hand. But I'm trying to give it an opportunity to not disappoint me on that 513 cross down. I'm really trying to hang in here. I haven't sold. I'm really trying to hang in here and really give that 513 cross down a chance. I really am. I really, really, truly am. You know. Alright, so at the area that it's in right now, I'm going to take another break. If it starts popping up and I'm at like the $50 loss, I will probably be selling. But I'm trying to give it a chance. Okay, what's going on here? Y'all gonna let it break down or what? Come on. I would say being caught in a complete reversal would probably be one of the worst things you could get caught in trading. Because there's so much consolidation, you just really can't tell if it's going up, if it's going down. You know, you just really don't know. So I'm trying to figure it out. I would hope that this could keep breaking down from, when you look at this, you got these key areas right here. I would hope that it could just blow past here and we can call it a profitable day. Okay, this zone of consolidation is tough. I think being able to trade in real time is so important. Being able to analyze in real time is so important. Being able to control emotions in real time is so important. And, you know, there's been plenty of times I could have sold here, but I'm looking at the technicals. I'm trying to give the technicals a chance to technicalize, okay? I'm trying to give it a chance, you know, and it's just, I don't know. It's just doing what it's doing. So, you know, if this goes back in the opposite direction, I would sell at $50 down. I just would, because I'm not comfortable losing more than $50, you know, and if that were the case, I'd be down $50 for the week. Come on, can we just tip the scale? Let's go. Come on and break down. We actually hit this area one time, bounced up, broke all the way down, went up again, bounced right here again, second time, went up, came down here for the third time. So one thing that I do know, a 513 cross can never be valid if a reversal is trying to happen. Can never be valid. I need to write that down. So many great things, you know. I'm going to type this in my phone. One second. All right, so I just wrote my note down in my notepad on my phone. 513 cross on 1 hour can never be valid if a reversal is happening in the overall market structure. Okay, I have to remember that. Hey, the market's only going to go down for so long. You know, eventually it's going to have to do a reversal. And I don't know if today if that is that time. Could this be the breakdown I've been waiting for? Look at the 1 minute chart and see. Let's see. We'll see in just a minute. Come on now. Just got my hopes up for nothing. I'll come back on in just a little bit. Alright, what's going on here? Is this the breakdown? Is this the breakdown? Come on, if you are. Alright, let me catch this. Alright, let's see. I'm all about catching these moves in real time so that I can watch these videos back and understand, you know, what's been happening. Okay, we got that break right there finally. Come on, are you gonna continue? Are we gonna continue? I was just doing my walking video, so that was what that long, you know, release was about right there. And I'm kind of annoyed because this thing will not break down. Not gonna lie. Just doesn't want to go. Okay, we got some more red on the 1 hour chart, so I think that's a good thing. So I'm gonna keep watching this, okay, from the 1 hour chart. See where this goes. I'm gonna erase this right quick. Cracking my knuckles here. I'm like, come on, what are we doing here? Looking better. I'm still not in profit. Alright, we're going to break down from this area. Let me go ahead and draw this on here. Get a breakdown from here. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Come on. There's that many buyers right there in that spot. Is it really? If it is, how do they know when to buy right there? How do they know? Alright, I've currently been in this trade for like an hour and 30 minutes. Haven't been in a trade this long in a while. Usually it's in and out for me within an hour. So this is kind of like just taking forever here. Hey, I'm finally up $4. Look at that. Alright, are we on our way finally? Did that 513 finally come through for me? Maybe I'm speaking too soon. As soon as I said something, it bounced right back up. Alright, that's what you're going to do, QQQ. Is that what you're going to do? I mean, everything is saying, hey, break down, break down. So come on, let's break down. Let's break down. I don't think this is a time for a reversal. Even though the technicals say that it could possibly be, but in my mind, I want to think that, you know, it's not going to reverse. It's going to keep on going to the downside. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Look at that tough area right there. Oh, we're at 492 right now. Wow. I've been in here since 495 and I still, you know, just now in profit. That's because, you know, the longer you're in a trade, trading options. Hey, Yaka. I'm recording. Okay, so the longer you're in an options trade and it takes forever for your trade to break down, you're going to be less in profit than you normally would if you caught it just in a free fall. So being that I've been in this trade for an hour and a half, probably 2 hours by this point. Hold up, 8:30, about almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. I'll be in this trade and it's really burning my profitability here. So if I can't get a breakdown from this area, you know, I don't know if I'm going to make any money. I don't know. So sad. Yeah. Just when I thought it was going to, you know, keep flushing. Just when I thought. I mean, all is not lost yet. Just yet. I'm like, I don't want to sell it. I'd rather sell for $10 loss than a $50 loss. But at the same time, I've done this so many times where I'll get out when I'm seeing the cross down on the 513, and it'll just keep plummeting after I sell it. And you know, I just don't want to do that. Today, I want to be hard-headed and, you know, take my chances here. I just want to take my chances, even if I lose $50, right? Because in the long run, if this breaks down past this point, I could make more than $50. Just need to keep going down. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna look at the 5-minute chart. I mean, 5-minute chart is broken down. I got to cross to the downside. Okay, let's keep going. I mean, the 1-minute chart isn't, you know, too appealing at the moment because everything's just stuck in there, you know, one spot. But the 5-minute chart looks like it's giving me a little bit of hope in regards to all the red candles being below the 5 EMA. Keep getting my hopes up. I'll be up a few dollars and then it just pounces back the other direction. Okay. Alright, so if I get up at all, Well, as soon as I'm saying that, it looks like it want to break down. Because I do want to catch this on, camera, that if this breaks down, I do want to catch that money making opportunity there. Alright, so here's what I do. I'm going to turn the volume down on my phone because I was doing my 1 mile walk. I'll turn the volume down on my phone. I'm going to walk. You might hear me panting. Maybe. I'll try to be quiet because I don't want to have to go back and edit all this stuff out. But I do want to see this breakdown happen. So I'm just going to finish I got about 3 minutes left in my 1 mile walk. I'm just going to walk and talk. Walk and do my exercises while I'm waiting for this breakdown to happen. Y'all take care of your health now. Make sure you're exercising. If you're not exercising, get you an exercise routine. I walk 2 miles every day, and I lift weights for 20 minutes a day, and I lost a lot of weight. I'm like half the size I was. I am a mother. Sometimes we gain weight after having children, and I'm getting myself back into good health. This thing won't break. Waiting for this to break down. Take forever. If it breaks, I don't know if it's going to. I was up like $30 at one point when it dropped here the first time. Could be at that point where it's about to do a reversal. So I'm just trying to see if I should sell it or if I should just stay in it. Yeah, but there's a cross on the 1 hour chart that's not over there that I'm using as my reason for staying in the trade. So it might look the same. It's not always the same. You look at the 1 hour chart. 513 cross that's not over here, okay? 513 cross is powerful. That's I'm trying to see if it's going to break down or if it's about to try to push up to the other side. Going back in time to August 2024, that's when the last reversal happened to go off of, and it looks similar to this play today. So I mean, it could try to reverse. I don't know. Alright, I just finished my second mile of the day, and once I figure out where this trade is going, I can go do my weightlifting workout. Let's see the 1 minute chart. Just doesn't want to act right today. Getting a little push towards the 5 EMA on the 1 minute chart. That is not very, encouraging. This is tedious. Very tedious. Let me go back to Webull again. Read these comments to you all. Current comments. I was in here at 495, okay? Matter of fact, I got in like 496. And because of all this consolidation, even though it's broken down to 495, 492.50, I still haven't made any money because all that consolidation has just been, messing with my profits. So, someone said, let the reversal begin. Dump long equities. 290. I don't know what 290. What? I don't know. Switch from calls to a put. If this don't work, I'm out for the day. They're going to keep it down for a few days to try to sideways or go a little lower just because too many people are expecting it for a bounce at the 200 EMA, which has been happening. A bounce. Okay, a bounce at the 200 EMA. Heavy on these lottos. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. It's what is this? 490. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. I mean, the 4-hour chart got the breakdown going. It's just not pushing, as fast or as quickly as I would like for it to, but it's in the trend to break down. There's no change in the market structure right now. There's no change. It just won't break down. Everything's hitting to go down, but then again, I said, if it's trying to get a reversal going, then of course it's gonna keep consolidating right where it is, like forever. And then, but everything says this wants to come down. Will it? I don't know. I'm hoping that it will. Just keeps bouncing. And this doesn't make it any better. Here's your low right here. You got this area. If it's gonna reverse, then it's gonna kind of stick to that area, go back to the trend line, probably bust past it, do a pullback, and then continue to the upside. But I don't know. Definitely, this reverse right here. Yeah, it's playing games here with us. And then on the 1 minute chart, 5 and 13 are about to cross back up. So this isn't looking, if it gets that cross, I may. Well, let's break it down again. What does this want to do? Okay. All right, so I did exit the trade with a $12 loss, okay? And the reason I got out is because of these candles popping up here on the 1 minute chart. Now, I might just plummet down, I don't know, but I did some soul searching and said, hey, I'd rather lose about $10 than $50. And I was willing to risk, I was down about $40 when it came up here. As a matter of fact, I was down about $44 when it came up here. And it was hitting at this resistance level. So it's better to lose $12 than $50. And this may plummet, and I'm gonna probably kick myself if it does. But from what it's doing right here, it's just making me a bit uneasy. So I'm just gonna be okay with the fact that, you know, the trade just didn't play out. So I attempted it. It didn't work. And in the moment, it didn't work. But right now, you know, on the 1 hour chart, everything's saying, hey, you know, we're trying, but, you know, these technicals are not doing what, you know, they normally do. Normally they just go and do what they're supposed to do. Okay. So I sold at 80 cents. It's currently at 86 cents. If this goes up to $1 today, $1.50, you know, I'll know better in the future to just ride it out. But, you know, I don't know. That wasn't a fun trade. I feel like I just wasted 2 hours. But I did learn a lot in those 2 hours. And possibly I did learn, hey, when if it's just not going your direction, you know, you can't really force it. It's better to just take a few dollars loss than half your account dollars lost. So here we go. This better not be the break. This better not be the break. Okay. I feel like it's just stalled. It's stalled in place, and I'll take a $12 loss for the week over a $50 loss for the week, you know, because my entrances have been perfect. But if it just won't go, it just won't go. I really can't force it, you know, to do what I needed to do. And look at that. This better not be the breakdown. As soon as I give up on it. Okay, so it's back at 91 cents, 92. I would have broke even. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Is this really happening? So I would have been up $4 again. $1, $2. And all I can do is sit here and say shoulda, coulda, woulda. But nevertheless, you know, I did give it a chance. Well, it just broke down past my parameters here. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, if it continues going, then wow, what a, you know, a mess up for me today. I waited it out all that time and it got out. I waited all that time. What did I say earlier? That 513 cross, it usually breaks down, but you got to give it a lot of time for it to actually do what you think it's going to do. Yeah. I lost $12 when I could have made money. What are you talking about now? Oh, hold up. Alright, and just when I thought it was going to rip to the downside, there you have it. It is trying to push back up. Alright, But if I did, kind of gauge a reversal, I'm going to be happy about that, because then I'll know what to expect in the future when a reversal happens. All right, so it's back at 83.82, basically where I sold it at. Which, yeah, I bought it at 92, so 82. Yeah, I think I sold it at 81. But nevertheless, I attempted a trade today. I learned a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and log off. I got things to do for the day. This took entirely too much of my time today. And I don't like these long trades like this. So I'm going to pause this. And if anything else happens, I'll come back on, let you all know what happens. And most definitely, if that reversal plays out, I will definitely be coming back on here. And definitely, if it plummets to the abyss, I'll come back on as well to just engage and say, oh, if I just stayed in, I would have made this much money. But hey, right now, it's not doing anything. So I'll be back. I know what you're talking about when you showed me the mop in there. The blood goes in there. What the heck the heck? You need to change your pull up. You can take a bath anyway. Put it in the trash. Yeah, we're gonna eat. Come on, let's go eat. Let's go eat. Yeah. You ready to eat? All right, so there you have it. My analysis was correct. It was trying to reverse, and look how much the contract I was in is currently worth. I got into that contract when it was sitting at 92 cents, so I would have lost, let's see, 10, I would have lost $82. Yeah, I would have lost $82 had I not, you know, course corrected and jumped out of this trade. When I saw that it was struggling here, it broke down, it was still struggling, like it wanted to push back up, so I just went ahead and sold it once it got, you know, about this area right here for a $12 loss, and look where it has, you know, boosted up to. So I made the right choice. Always trust your instinct, follow your rules, figure out what your strategy is, and you can make money here in the stock market, okay? Trading options, learn how to trade options. You don't have a lot of money. I started out in regular stocks, and then I changed to stock options a year later. So this is definitely, you know, a love and a passion of mine. I love options trading, and you know, it's only up from here.